Erasmus Plus is one of the European Union's most visible success stories. It builds on the achievements of more than 30 years of European programmes in education, training, youth and sport, covering both intra-European as well as an international partnerships dimension. The Erasmus Plus programme has specific objectives to promote learning mobility of individuals and groups in the fields of education, training and youth, promote cooperation, quality, inclusion and innovation in organisations that work in education, training and youth. The new Erasmus Plus programme for 2021 to 2027 has a bigger budget than previous years. €26.2 billion for all of Europe compared to €14.7 billion for 2014 to 2020. 70% of this funding will support mobility projects for all, and 30% will be invested in cooperation projects and policy development. Extra funding is available for people with additional needs or with fewer opportunities to support their participation. The programme is dedicated to support, through lifelong learning, the educational, professional and personal development of people in education, training and youth in Europe and beyond. This will contribute to sustainable growth, quality jobs and social cohesion, to driving innovation and to strengthening European identity and active citizenship. The Erasmus Plus 2021 to 27 programme will achieve these objectives by realising 4 key priorities: inclusion and diversity, digital transitions, environment and the fight against climate change, participation in democratic life. Erasmus Plus promotes equal opportunities and access, inclusion, diversity, and fairness across all areas, with a focus on organisations and participants with fewer opportunities. When designing their projects and activities, organisations should have an inclusive approach, making them accessible to a diverse range of participants.
The Prospera project addresses the challenge that social professionals like social workers or social pedagogues or early years teachers may have in the future in working alongside technologies like social robots or artificial intelligence. At the moment, their educational programs don't really deal with these sorts of issues. So we've identified this, and ultimately we want to produce user-friendly materials that educators can pick up and then apply in their own settings wherever they are across Europe.
We have designed the Prospera project to be inclusive. It includes very diverse groups, so for instance the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland are one of our participants. In terms of diversity, we have included colleagues from places like Poland, Spain, Denmark and the Netherlands.
The Alzheimer's Society of Ireland, they're very open to partnerships and to testing out new ideas, like in the Prospera project. Our role in the Prospera project is to, I suppose, test how social robots work in a dementia care setting, how things work on the floor, if you like, rather than in the kind of theoretical textbooks. You get challenged by that, but what happens at the end is that you produce something that is really new and innovative and worthwhile.
The COVID-19 crisis highlighted the importance of digital education, the need for digital transformation, the significance of harnessing digital technologies for teaching and learning, and the demand for developing digital skills for all. Organisations should aim to engage learners, educators, youth workers, young people, and organisations in the path to digital transformation.
The EFDM project is basically about updating existing digital media qualifications from City and Guilds at level 5. So we're updating and we're adapting them. And the reason for this is that we're creating a new suite of digital media qualifications for Europe, and that's to basically assist in helping address the skills gap. We've had really good feedback from students. They've really found that it's addressed a lot of the issues that they had in terms of upskilling. We've really listened to employers and we've identified the key skills, and we've developed 5 units around these key skills. There's so many elements that we've encompassed in the new qualification, so we really feel that we're answering the participants' needs in terms of what they need to do by upskilling.
Environment and climate action are key priorities for the EU now and in the future. The European Green Deal is the European New Growth Strategy. It recognises the key role of schools, training institutions and universities to engage with pupils, parents and the wider community on the changes we need for Europe to become climate neutral by 2050. Organisations and participants should try to incorporate green practices in all projects by taking an environmentally friendly approach when designing their activities. We encourage organisations to discuss and learn about environmental issues, to reflect on local actions, and to explore alternative, sustainable ways of carrying out their activities.
We've been working with the Erasmus Plus programme since 2018. Our project is to design eco-friendly board games. The aims of our project, it was to develop our entrepreneur skills for students, that they would have an awareness of cultures in different countries, and also that they would upskill in the area of technology. We work with 5 other countries, including ourselves, so we work with Spain, Italy, Greece, Croatia and Latvia. All our games are made from recyclable materials, so when we went on our Erasmus trips, it was even incorporated into our mobility, where we were taken to recyclable plants. We were shown how to incorporate it into our games, and we were able to come home then and to move forward with that in our design process.
Strengthening European identity and the participation of young people in democratic processes is of huge importance to the European Union's future. This priority supports people to become actively engaged with their communities and with political and social life. Projects should offer opportunities for people's participation in democratic life and social and civic engagement through formal or non-formal learning.
The projects that we work on always involve social activism and participation, and how we sort of work with that is to ensure that young people from the very offset are involved in the whole process of Erasmus programmes. A lot of the programmes that we would run here will be based on themes, and that would have come from the young people, so issue-based, what's affecting you in your day-to-day life, how do we make that change, and how do you become sort of an active citizen.
I have been involved in many Erasmus Plus projects, and right now I'm working on one called While We Wait. We had a huge research piece done on the environment. It impacted my life by just giving me, number one, so much confidence, so much more motivation. My leadership skills have increased tenfold. There's too many things. I could go on for days about how it's benefited me.
The majority of young people that start off on the journey of Erasmus with us will start as a participant. Like as a young person just taking part, this sounds good, this sounds exciting, and let's be honest, I get the opportunity to travel. But actually what you see then is that the young person themselves wants to progress. It's an opportunity that often young people don't have, or youth workers, to be able to work in a very safe and secure place with young people and really build that relationship and really empower that young person.
Oh, just do it, go for it and do it, and grab everything with both hands, like approach it with your absolute all, because really and truly what you put into these projects is what you get out. You'd be mad not to.
Erasmus Plus has opportunities for many different kinds of people to whom these 4 key priorities matter. University students, staff in education, training and youth organisations, vocational learners and apprentices, adult learners, school pupils, and young people. To find out more and to get your project started, visit www.erasmusplus.ie.